Let's talk about the English vowel like cup. This vowel is written in the IPA with a turned V. The vowel is produced with the tongue low, open mid, or low mid. What does that mean? So not open and not close, but in the middle, okay? The tongue is back, and the lips are not rounded. Uh, uh. I like to say that the mouth is sort of flat with maybe one finger's width between the teeth. Okay? Um, it's often, I like to describe as the zombie sound. What sound do zombies make? Okay, so it's relaxed under here, okay, not tense. Be careful not to start aiming for French vowels that might resemble this, like this is It's not, the tongue doesn't come forward. This does not tense up, okay? And let's talk about how it's cued. So in England, it's cued at the mouth. Okay, like cup. In the United States, it's cued as a side down movement. Cup. Okay, and it's similar to the schwa, but a little bit stronger, a little bit further. So if I cued above in the American cues, we would get above, above. And you can see a slight difference in the movement, but not that much. So the question is, why are these cued differently in the two different adaptations between England and the United States? First, they don't sound that different. So if you're thinking, well, they're pronounced a little bit differently, they're really not. If I were to say a cup in more British, a cup, or run, versus a cup and run, there are little pronunciation differences that aren't really associated with the vowel. So that's not going to be a major difference, okay? What is most likely is that there could be minor differences in the mouth shape that required the cues to be placed for maximal contrast. So in order to make sure that it didn't look like the other vowels at the same cue, okay, the same place, this vowel had to move in one of the systems, okay? So remember that there are more vowels in the English version of English. The English of England has more vowels than the English of the United States. So there may have been some changes to make them more clear. You don't need to worry about this. The main thing is just to know to put one in one place in England, to put it here, and then in the United States to put it here. And it's a little bit of a challenge, but not that much. So when I'm in France, I cue in British English, and so I just remember to put it where it needs to go. And when I'm here in the United States, I put it in the other place. Okay, so nothing to worry about there. The last little bit I'll tell you is just know that in some dialects, this vowel is pronounced very differently and is cued very differently. And that's not really what we're talking about in this video. I'll give you an example. In Northern England, instead of saying cup, cup, speakers might say cup, cup. What vowel is that? Well, what do you notice about my lips? cup. They're round. And so instead of using the vowel, they're actually using the like look vowel. And so they might say cup, run, fun, okay? You don't have to worry about that. It's just a dialectal difference, just like in France where people might say le or les. It's just dialect, okay? But in general, we would cue those words as run, cup, fun, okay? Those are the big differences between the placement of in the two different adaptations. I hope this helps.